So I'm going to be doing a video on the difference between if you're a person with introverted sensing versus if you're a person with extroverted sensing. Okay, how to tell if you have one or the other. And the best way I think to do this, to actually expand on it, because EGR&D has already done like a really good video on it. He has extroverted sensing dominant, so he really understands uh, what extroverted sensing is, the most. But from my experience, like, I think the one of the best examples I could give would be if like they were both say like preparing like dinner, or both like getting something to eat or something. Um, an extroverted sensor would kind of just you know grab stuff like, okay, we're cooking mac and cheese, so like, let's just grab the milk, you know, macaroni noodles, throw it in there, put it on the stove, like cook it till it's done, pretty much, and then they'll just like keep their eye on it, and just try to stay aware of like when it's done. Whereas like an introverted sensor is going to be like, okay, how many noodles are in the pack? Like, how much does this weigh? Um, how long should it stay in there? They'll want to have like every single detail like covered. Um, and of course, this is going to be exaggerated if they have it dominant the most. They're going to want the instructions, so that they make sure they're not going to make a mistake, and they're going to not really like the other person's method of doing this. Like, they're going to kind of argue with each other on this, because um, again, the extroverted sensor is going to want to rely more on just, or they're more able to kind of just go with it, like just go with like just keeping their eye on it. They're better at like taking in what's going on. The introverted sensor is not as good at taking in everything that's happening, so they want everything to stay detailed, um, so they make so that they can't make a mistake. Like, if they have, you know, if everything's right and it's all perfect and everything, then it's they're they're not gonna make that mistake. Um, the extroverted sensors, like EGR&D said in his video, they self-forget, and they kind of are just aware of their surroundings, and they're always extremely aware of their surroundings. It's like they're one with their surroundings. Whereas introverted sensors are always aware of their own bodies. And because of this, also, like, say that they're needing, when it comes to things like remembering where they put things and like keeping up with them, um, like, say, like, if they're trying to remember where they left their keys or something like that, then they're going to have been paying attention to what they were doing when they were, placing them somewhere. Where the extroverted sensors, they're kind of on autopilot all the time, so when they go back to try to remember what they did, um, their method is going to be to scan the entire house again, whereas the introverted sensor was, they took their time, and they're going to know where it was, where they put it, because they were paying attention to what they were doing. But the extroverted sensor can tend to get more done because they're not paying attention to these details, and they're kind of getting like they're more broadly, experiencing everything and trying to get, uh, you know, more things accomplished. But they may not be as accomplished as, everything may not be as covered as it would be with an introverted sensor. Neither one is better than the other. There are some things that require for you to be, someone that, quickly goes through and does these things, and some things you have to be more meticulous and, like, detailed with. So yeah, I'm going to be making a video after this one to help you narrow down which type you are like if you've already picked if you're an introverted sensor or an extroverted sensor, you've already narrowed it down to 8 types out of the 16. So yeah, I guess you know keep look out for that. Like subscribe, you'll probably uh, yeah, if you subscribe, you'll see it when I make it, and I might actually make it today. So yeah, thanks for watching. Um, like, comment, yeah, subscribe, delete, dislike. I don't know. Put it in a playlist. Um, throw your computer out the window because of how terrible a job I did, or whatever you want to do after you watch it. So yeah, thank you. Um, signature sign off, or whatever. Yeah, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Well, like I said, you'll see me later.